Hello, Cleveland. And welcome back to 10 Minute Crypto TA. Let's get into the charts. All right, so where we left off yesterday, we were looking at this symmetrical triangle on the 6 hour chart that would play out back down to about 91, 92, 91.6, 92,000, around there. That would quote unquote candlestick this wick, as another YouTuber likes to say. Let's extend this out now though, because we're coming out of it. We're still literally just like in the little we're in decision moment. We're in decision time for this symmetrical triangle. Now, like I said yesterday, they normally break down. That doesn't mean they always break down, but they do tend to break down more often than they break up. So we're, to put a probability to it, we'll say 65, maybe 70 towards the break down. All right. So now that that's extended out, we can extend this our guess for where our next resistance would be if we break over all-time high. Let's extend that one out as well. And we'll leave this, bearish divergence here because we're still looking at it to play out as well. Now, where are things going? Well, we're basically in the same spot. It's got to choose. Bitcoin's choosing either the bullish route or the bearish route. Either the bulls take the control or the bears take control. They'll either push it up or push it down. It'll either go down to here or it'll go up to here. 107.9, we'll just say 108. Come up to our upward trending resistance here that used to be the lower bound of this flag, this bull flag here, that we had once come up from, but then fell back under. So that's where we're at on the 6 hour chart. Stay mindful of that. But as long as we stay above 89, we're still in our channel, our little channel of movement here between our new all-time high and about $90,000. See the 200 moving average on the 6 hour charts creeping its way up. Will price action want to come back to the 200? Possibly. It has before in this cycle. See here back in June, it rode it up after that nice run up in March. Took a little while, but the 200 came back up, met up with price, stayed along with price for a while. Price hung out there for a while, and then here we are now. So does the 200 need to, come meet back up with price? Possibly. We could have one more move. We could have many more moves before that. Anything can really happen, but usually we see some cool down periods after some massive moves like this. Let's take a look at the daily chart now. Sorry about that. Let's take a look at the daily chart now. So yesterday I was showing you this fib retracement, which showed some levels going, going fairly low. But again, as long as we're staying above that 90 support level, the 90,000 support that's here, that's correlating to the 382 fib retracement level there. As long as we stay above there, I'd say we're still in this range, like I was just saying. I would rather see us stay above the lower bound here of this bull flag, which we need to expand out. Whoopsies, moving the wrong one. Let me move that back. Let me move this out first. Let's move this lower bound out now. Oops, one sec. Back, let's see. What's your angle there? Huh? You got an angle? Show me your angle. Won't show me its angle. Give me 1 second. Let me see if it's not checked. It is checked. Auto position. Let's just set it to center. Where are you at, angle? How about left? Right. I'm not seeing it. I'll just have to eyeball it. Alrighty. We'll just eyeball it out. There you go. So we want to kind of see BTC stay over that bound, over that support there, the lower bound of this bull flag. If it can, then, you know, still on the table, 122K is the target of the bull flag. Here's the top of that flag. We'll extend that out as well just a bit. And we'll see the top of the flag here is around 112. And our target is actually switched to 126. So let's flip that. Okay. But still maintain or keep an eye on this fib retracement. You can see that it kind of correlates to some of these support levels that we have. Pay attention to the same thing here on the daily, that we're seeing the 200 is still rather low. And during this run up, we have seen the same thing happen where, you know, after a big run up, much like the one we just saw, price action was far away from the 200, and we saw it slowly creep its way back down to the 200. Now, one last thing here on the daily, I just want to bring it back in, and then we'll look at the indicators. This flag here, the flag of the bull flag here, not the pole, but the flag, could also be forming a upward trending wedge. Now, an upward trending wedge usually turns into a downward trending wedge and makes its way back down to where it started, which is, well, down here, below that 90% or 90,000 support level, still above the lower one of 85. And that would be like a 15% pullback from here, which, you know, isn't unheard of on big run-ups like this. Now, I don't want to scare you. Don't get scared. The bull run isn't over just because there's a 15% or even a 20% or even a 30% pullback, 30% or even 25. 30% would see us fall back to about 70,000, which would still be over our last cycle's all-time high and still be over this upward trending or ascending triangle here that we drew that was part of this larger bull flag from before that we were looking at a couple months ago. That would have played out to 109. We could say that maybe that played out already, but not quite. But I think it still could. I think there's still room for this this rally not to be over, especially with the Santa rally coming up, as it's called, in December. So perhaps we'll see December being an even greener month. Though it's concerning that the 200 and even the 50 moving average on the daily are so far below price action. Though the 21 has found its way back up, signaling we could possibly see this continue upwards. So we'll see where it goes, whether it goes down to, you know, test any of these, whether it stays above 90,000 or at least 85, whether it gets up to 126 in the next week, 2 weeks, something like that. And then for the 6-hour chart and what we talked about there, look for that to play out in the next day or so. So we'll see the next day or so bring BTC either down to 91.4-ish or up to, what was it again? I think it was 107, 108, 108-ish. All right. I think that's really it for... let's look at the indicators real quick. We'll see that the stochastic RSI on the 6-hour and the daily are both pointing upwards, showing upward momentum. That's a good sign for the bulls out there. We'll see that it hasn't quite broken into the bullish territory, though. That'd be over 50%. If it stalls here, continues down, that man is still in bearish territory. Though the RSI on the daily is still in bullish territory, over 50, and just ever so slightly over its signal line. See, ever so slightly. But it is slightly over. It is there. So bullish momentum, bullish territory, bullish momentum, bearish territory. Here we're seeing bullish momentum, bullish territory, bullish momentum, bearish territory. Same deal. I'd like to see the stochastic on the 6 hour continue upwards, continue this oscillation upwards, making its way up into bullish territory and even into overbought territory, and have price follow it. If it does that though, if it moves up, gets into this overbought territory, and price action hasn't gotten over the new all-time high, that would be a bearish sign. That would be a sign that we're gonna still either be ranging here, not even a bearish sign, just like a meh sign, I guess, if it's just the range, but bearish in the short term, I guess. Anyway, that's about it for me. Much love. See you later.